everyone. We are at Outlaw Moon Games and Toys playing D&D once again after our little hiatus. This is Lost in Sigil, episode 6. I am Kelsey. I am playing Minnie Randir.
I'm Jonathan. I'm playing Octavius Ferrarius.
I'm Drew, and I'm playing Maarath.
Also, you're very rude.
Turn paper.
Let them turn their paper, all right?
What was I saying? I'm Becca, and I play Captain Zan.
Hi, I'm Amber. I play Vehan.
I don't remember my character's
Veronica
name.
Chase.
And I'm Brandon. I'm the Dungeon Master. We're in the world of Planescape.
Woo! Yay!
The second edition setting that they kind of have been peppering stuff in for 5th edition, but we're going old school. But with 5th edition
Yeah,
rules.
not old school.
Old school
Too-
setting,
New
current
school
rules.
Too impatient to wait.
Who remembers what happened last time?
Of course you do.
Did just
You were
listen
so
to it.
useful.
Yep.
Okay, so last time we were in the bazaar trying to buy poison. It was too expensive. And this guy said, "You want money? I'll pay you money to beat up my friends." And I said, "No." And you guys said, "Well, maybe." And then Vehan said, "Wait, you stole something." And he said, "Whoops, I'm gonna leave." And we chased him.
Not
and then,
successfully.
while we were chasing him, I saw you change, kinda. And I figured it out. And then when we caught him, it turns out, oh, he stole the mask we're looking for. So we tied him up and put him in a potato sack, and we walked him back to the tavern. I did that.
I believe someone flew.
Oh yeah. And then
someone flew off.
they burst into wings.
A whole mess of wings.
I like your way better.
Buffalo?
while they were
Rubbing your bone.
dodging a talking horse, and the talking horse said, "Fly." I remember that. That was funny. Anyway. So then we got back to the tavern, and then Vehan brought me some stew, because I was watching the guy.
Double portion.
Double portions of stew, and I fed the guy with different spoons, and I ate at the same time. And then we went to sleep. I had first watch, and then you had second watch, and before we
It's
switched,
probably too much detail. Keep going.
Live your best life.
before we switched, I brought up to you the fact that I saw someone change, and then I saw Vehan, and I thought it was Vehan. And then when I got up to Vehan was being very cagey, and it kind of upset me because I was already angry because, as far as I knew, Vehan threw a juggler at me. Anyway, and then the next day, the Whispering Spear and Thodin came around, and then
We took our halfling
ended up taking our halfling man.
after we interrogated him.
It was sad. And then after that, I was invited up to a room by a stranger, and it was very awkward.
Where
Unfortunately, I was at the bar and was not invited, so.
Oct assumed that
With
we were
very little
having an orgy.
information. Once again.
Everybody thought something very weird was going on. And I was very uncomfortable with it. And then it turns out that was Vehan, and Vehan can change shape into different people. And I don't tell anybody that, but I just told you guys. And then we had a talk, and now we're all friends again.
We weren't friends that before?
You thought we weren't.
Oh,
That is true.
I did get drunk and cry.
How long did that take, Brandon, for me to retell that?
It's pretty good.
You forgot some
It's
of the
too
details
good.
about
Where
what
we're
we
going
learned from the
next.
halfling. Yeah.
You told me to stop doing so much detail.
The important stuff, Becca.
It's what we needed for this
We
episode.
learned the friends. He worked with 2 people to steal the mask, Neb and Groggy Bill. And Groggy Bill turns out to be a crooked cop, but they fenced it to Icker the something or other. I don't remember.
Ickerly.
Ickerly.
Ickerly lock.
And so we were waiting for you to take a nap, and then if Master Silk didn't show up, we were going to go to the hive and find Ickerly and try to find the mask, because they fenced the mask to Ickerly. But we also got to try and find what's-his-face's 2 buddies, I guess. I don't know.
That sounds like the plan that we had, yeah?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
you're all well rested.
Well,
Yeah,
we're
I
all
believe where we
rested. Don't know
actually
about this
like
guy.
technically left off is
I'm not exhausted.
the four of us were downstairs at the bar. We'd come back from being upstairs to join you, and you
Well,
said
you-
that he had slayed a dragon,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah,
that was
that was
where
funny.
that was where it
And
ended.
then
Oh my.
you,
I forgot that. That was good.
that's what I laughed at, before when you were talking, I just laughed. What was I saying? Oh, you had cast calm emotion on them
Yeah,
to put
so-
them to sleep,
yeah,
so I
so
think
they were
they were
asleep.
still sleeping.
It's still funny.
Slayed a dragon.
Off screen.
Yep.
So
How many levels did you raise from that?
So many.
what do y'all do?
So I want to make it very clear to my comrades before this guy shows up that we should not tell him that we know where the mask is,
Mm-hmm.
because then he's not going to give us any information.
I want to whisper. What if he was the one who asked the three people to steal the mask so that he could have it? I got you. See, we're buddies.
What guy's showing up?
Master
Silk.
Silk. I tell the ethereal god that's speaking in our head.
Wait.
Master Silk may or may not be showing up.
Master Silk
Yeah,
was.
y'all are counting on that, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
we were
we
gonna
were
wait for
waiting
like
30
4
more
hours.
minutes.
We were gonna
Wait.
wait for 4 hours to let them sleep.
Which at this point I assume is like 30 minutes.
I don't know, but it's an amount. And then if they didn't show up, Octavius said we should just go to the hive.
Oh, we agreed with that.
Oh yeah, and
Yep.
Master Silk was the last person to use the mask.
So mask.
And what does the mask do?
It gives you +3 to performance. I don't know.
What?
It
It's
enhances
used in
your performance.
performances and
To make you more
sure
believable.
Yeah.
performance
So
is
I
better.
think the
I think specifically it was more
Splendid
believable.
Carpaxio stole it. I remember the guy's name.
Or I think Splendid Carpaxio
I
was
think
a red
he
herring.
has it. Nope, I think he has
Just
it.
like communism.
comrades.
Thank you.
Mhm. It's from the second greatest movie of all time, Clue.
It's a great
I haven't seen that.
I don't know what you're saying.
It's so good.
You should revisit the second greatest movie of all time.
I just wish
What's
that
the
I
greatest
had
movie?
been old.
Ghostbusters.
I just
Of
wish I had been
course.
old enough when it came out because
What
like
question was that?
the different theaters had the different endings. Like for me,
What movie are you talking
the
about?
first time I saw it on
Clue?
DVD where they it just scrolls through them all.
I saw
I
it
saw
on
the
TV.
Miss Scarlet ending in the theater.
I saw it
See,
on
I
TV.
wish. Oh, I wish that I had been.
I don't know, Blade Runner was pretty good.
I saw it for the first time when we watched it together. No, that's not true.
Alright, well, we're downstairs. You don't want to look us in the eyes.
Yeah.
Well, at the very least, I think
I mean, I'm probably used to it, at least from your standpoint.
As far as you're
Because you're
concerned,
always
this is-
sneaking off,
this
and
is
I
my
walked
s-
in on you that one time with someone I had no clue who it was.
That's
Like,
true.
okay,
I
what?
never saw again.
Never saw him again.
Some guy.
This
It's like
time,
a species where
Yeah.
it just eats them.
Yeah. Just like, okay.
You just open up your chest and
She seems so caring, and yet
she's
People think
caring
she's a
because
man-eater.
She absorbs people's emotions.
Can't resist. I'm just waiting until tomorrow.
Alright. Can we finish our lesson in English? Elvish lesson?
Sure.
So that was
Do I
really
need a short
weird.
rest? 'Cause
It was
I didn't
scary at
take one.
first, but it's not actually that scary.
No, I don't.
I bet.
Alright, so now we know what we're doing while we wait.
why do you say it like that?
say what, like what?
Like you were gonna go to the bedroom.
Because it's funny.
You're not even gonna invite me.
You invited me. Wait, what are you talking about?
Yak.
Do I wake up after 4 hours, Brandon?
No, you
Yeah.
never wake up again.
Maybe after 4 hours, someone can go wake them up
The
and make
eternal
sure.
nap.
The eternal nap? Did Maarath die?
While you're in the bathroom,
You should have warned me. I could have helped.
help them die more.
Prevent from the death.
No, they were gonna eat.
Prevent from the death by absorbing them. They never truly
disposing
die
of
if
the
they
body.
become one of you.
There we go. So I have all of those.
So what are y'all doing?
We know what we're doing.
I'm
No,
waiting
we're
for
good.
someone else to make a decision.
Was it?
I'm asleep.
We are waiting for them to wake up. Hopefully that guy shows up. If he doesn't, it doesn't matter. After 4 hours, when they wake up, then we're going to...
The hive.
The hive.
To
All right,
Need it for later.
and you can get us to the hive, right?
Mm-hmm. That's not a place we want to go, but I sure can.
Well, it's a place we want to go today, honey.
You poor innocent souls.
Octavius, how do you say let's go to the hive in Elvish? I can't even say it.
It's weird that they have one word for it.
I repeat that.
It's a complex system of affixation.
Yeah.
I was not prepared for you to respond.
That's what we're doing. I had to.
It's not very bubbly.
Is
was
it all Elvish?
I wouldn't think so, but whatevs. No one special enters the tavern.
Is anybody
Because we're already
unspecial?
in here.
Typical customers who are there for drinks and regular tavern business.
No one
Okay.
catches our eye. All right, who wants to go wake up Maarath?
I'll go wake him up. Go up the stairs. Bang on the door. Maarath, it's time to go!
I'm asleep.
I wait, and then I open the door, and I go, and I shake your mattress. Wake up! And I shake the mattress.
Great.
Maarath sleeps naked.
That's why you wanted your own room?
Yeah.
Well, you see,
But wakes up.
It's nothing new to me. I'm shaking you.
This from the person who didn't want to be. You said you were spoken for.
Naked people are just naked people.
I'm just saying.
People just
There's no sexual connotations here. It was before.
I get it. I understand the difference.
Wake up, Maarath!
Awake. I'm awake.
Where are your clothes?
On the chair.
I grab them and I dump them on them. Let's go. Time to go to the hive. And I said, you know, I'm learning.
Don't think you said what you meant to say.
I was hoping. Says it wrong.
What did I say?
You said we're going, and then you said fish basket.
Huh. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know. Good to know.
I say fish basket again.
I'll
And
use
then I
it.
try to say the hive.
You didn't
I'm
even
just trying to, compare.
say the same thing again.
Well, sure.
It's a delicate language,
know,
okay?
I appreciate your help, but it's kind of lowering my spirits. I'm gonna go back downstairs.
I put my clothes on.
You get dressed. Oh, that was really fast. Let's both go downstairs.
You both go downstairs. The team is
That first part of
resting.
that conversation was
Yeah.
all while naked.
Fish
You don't think people get naked on a ship? Okay.
Once a month is not enough. Are y'all downstairs?
Yeah, we come downstairs.
All right. Well, I guess everyone's here. So
How
I
much of
suppose-
that
go.
did you hear?
All of it. You're very loud.
So half of it.
All right. Lead the way.
So you're gonna lead them to the hive.
I am going to start making our way to the hive, and I'm going to warn them about how very terrible the hive is.
Now, does anyone remember the specific location?
It was like pig something.
Pig's blood.
Pig
Pig's
gut
top
alley.
alley.
There
Man,
we go.
Correct.
I only got half of it.
So you can get them to the hive. You're not particularly sure where Pig's Gut Alley is, but you can always ask around.
We got a map.
You can always ask. I got my ear to the ground, which is my feet.
I've got my eyes on my map.
As you
It's
travel to
location.
the hive over the hours, the city becomes a little bit more squalid, a little bit more wretched. a lot more people ambling about aimlessly on the street, or with great purpose, and none of it good. What time of day is it? Early?
It's
Late?
like the middle. It's
I
like
think,
noonish.
yeah, we left
Okay.
around noonish, so if it took
Because
a few
the first
hours,
thing was
okay.
the first thing was very early in the morning, and then I went to sleep for 4 hours, so it's around noonish.
There's uncomfortable heat and smells. There are people eating foods that are unrecognizable and unappetizing, and it just becomes more and more so that. And the deeper you get towards this, the more eyes are all on you.
I am distinctly making a face.
Why are all the eyes on us?
Because we're
Well-
very cool.
You have a very angelic-looking person in your group.
They were
Wearing a cloak, a green one.
We
There's
got some
still a
glowing
shimmering
eyes,
beauty
glowing
about that
face.
personage that is not
Glowing
typical
personality.
in the hive. You have a very large buccaneer.
That's normal.
That's
You got someone who totally fits in the hive.
Yeah.
no one got an eyelash over
They
here.
all
looking
think
at
you're
you.
their guide or something, or you're taking them for some kind of money, which is probably keeping them from being a pickpocketed.
We are your marks.
picking
You
it.
claimed us.
It's okay, I
There's a
keep my
very
money in my hat.
matronly woman amongst them. And
Who also glows.
sort of a plain Jane.
Well, heeding her advice, I definitely have my bag like all up in
I've
my
always kept my money in my hat. So.
You say it out loud. Swipe.
I said it out loud in a different part of the city.
Did you?
I don't know, probably.
All of a sudden, Zam's hat is gone.
No.
So, out of character,
Mm.
I have a persona that is in the hive.
Are you going to utilize that persona?
If I can't find anybody who can tell me where Pig's Gut Alley is,
Oh, well, okay.
All right. You look the creepiest out of all of us, honey.
Wow,
Can
that
you
was
go
really mean.
Ask around for Pig Gut Alley.
Are we close enough to the hive? Yeah.
we are
As
in
it's
the hive.
Getting into the hive.
Okay.
You feel like it can't get worse than this. It
I'm-
will.
We'll just
Do you
stand
smell
over
that?
here with our backs to this here wall,
I have like a cloth over my face now. I'm like,
and
I just want to
V
stand
here will look after
intimidating.
us, and we'll be here when you're done.
cross my arms, cross my ankles, lean
Just
on the
this
wall.
little block,
just,
I'm
like,
sure someone knows, honey.
Okay.
keep
Well,
my eyes on everybody.
okay. I'll go ahead and do that, and
No.
I'll go up to
I'm being intimidated.
go be shit.
whoever looks to be sober and of full consciousness. The closest person.
See a younger man. Looks like he's had a hard lot in life. Doesn't necessarily seem nefarious in his dealings. Maybe just that just doesn't have a lot of options. He seems like a pretty good person to approach about potentially finding information without having everything on your person taken.
Makes sense. Excuse me, sir. I was wondering if you knew where Pig Gut Alley is.
I do know where it is.
Can you point me in the right direction?
What's it worth to you?
We're not punching you in the face.
Could give you a silver.
I'd do it for a silver.
Okay.
He'd have done it for a copper.
Hand it over.
And silvers is they with you?
Yep.
All right. Oh, they're going too.
Yeah, they're coming.
We're gonna need 4 more silver.
I just look at him, very intimidating, and I just say, we can find this place with or without you. And you can live with or without
Hold
us.
on, how close are we?
Give me
Did
an
you walk up to
intimidation
them?
roll. Oh.
Oh
You rolled a 2.
I Yeah, literally the only thing you could have rolled to lose then.
I go to intimidate him, and I just get shit in my mouth by a passing sedan.
Flecks
gross.
of some kind of detritus all across Vehan's face. He goes, yeah, the hive will eat you alive. You need a guide.
Not you. Bye.
You should probably pay someone who's at least
You
not
already
going to try to
paid him,
rob
right?
you blind. And just rob you gently to your face.
No. I can find my way. But thank you.
Suit yourself.
Make it 2 silver.
I moved to keep Mama between me and the smell.
It's just shit.
Oh, that's not just shit on you. That's diseased shit.
All shit's disease shit. She just starts to wipe it off her face.
Swipe it off her face and on the guy's sleeve.
Nah, 5 silver.
Don't worry about it.
We'll find someone else.
Hold on. I want to swagger up
Wait,
to this guy
I have an
that
idea.
has
Why don't you just let him show you for
intimidating.
1 silver, and
as
then you
possible.
come back and take us.
That's too long.
Well, I mean, he already knows at this point that you all are with
He's-
me.
I'll take 1 silver to take you. So
You want-
Take you. You paid.
Okay.
Honey, your
I
call.
stop in my stride.
no,
And I'm like, never mind.
that smells.
Trust me.
None of you others want to come? Go to Pig Gut Alley? Just a silver.
I'm
How far
alright.
away is it?
I think about my finances and I shake my head.
It's a ways away.
Trust me.
See, the hive's a big part of
And I
town.
wrap something in it and give it back to you. There you go. And it should smell great. now.
You should worry
It smell
about
like
it.
rosemary. But you breathe it in.
Fresh credit
Okay.
paper.
Give me my soap back and you're done.
And I'll actually take you there. The next person probably won't.
The next person will be me, and we don't have to worry about it. And I start walking away.
Pig Gut Alley's the other way.
I'm not going to Pig Gut Alley, and I flip him the bird as I keep walking.
I don't know where to go.
Guess we'll be on our way.
Be safe. And I swagger back to Vehan.
So the one person of you that looks like you belong is leaving.
Are you going with him?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I thought you were.
No. After I heard that it was a ways away, I was like, well,
There's no
all I'm
sense.
getting lost and not being able to find everyone again.
Suit yourselves.
I'm gonna go buy dinner.
Get your silver back.
You can have it.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
about to give it back.
All right, honey. You're the one that rejected our fine guide, so this is on you now.
You can't pay people here.
You
Because then the
can.
word gets out, and then you won't be able to do anything in this town. So,
Without
I
paying.
know a place. I can get directions to Pig Gut Alley. You guys should probably stay outside, though. It's not exactly your kind of
Establishment. Jigs.
Honey, I'm under the impression this whole part of town is not exactly our kind of town.
That's right.
Yeah, all right. We'll just follow you.
Alright,
Sounds good.
I'm gonna take them to the Eyeless Lover.
The Eyeless Lover.
Wow. Everything's missing eyes in this town.
And,
Right.
Like it says, the eyeless goat is the other one, right?
Yeah.
Rip. And I'm gonna have them stand in the lobby of this establishment, and then I'm gonna go into the back. It's a very nice establishment for this
It's
part
probably
of
owned by
town.
the same person who owns the other scope.
It feels like it
It's
was.
not.
Eyeless
Eyeless.
Ink.
It's a chain.
Wait, what kind of building? What kind of place is this?
This is a
gonna stop
brothel.
Okay, so
Not my kind of.
someone very optimistically built this place to be something that it wasn't. It's serving the purpose it originally intended, but definitely not with the class that the person who originally built it and probably died in frustration
Died of frustration.
when it did not bear fruit. But you are inside,
Yes.
and they're waiting outside.
They're waiting in the lobby.
In the
I'm
lobby.
very stiff. I know what kind of place this is, and I'm uncomfortable.
You see all sorts looking for business, milling about. A lot of eyes on you.
So, Vehan's gonna boldly and unabashedly walk into behind the curtain that separates the front from the back of the house. And as soon as they are out of sight from the rest of them, I am changing into, I forgot her name. Mrs. Wrath.
All right.
Was it W?
I was totally right. In my brain, I was like, this is your place.
Yes, it is.
Oh, you own it.
Co-own it. With a very rude tiefling man. I told nothing. I was not reading. But I'm not immediately changing, ducking into a privatized room and getting myself prepared.
Was it Mog?
Yeah, Noggin.
Mocking.
Sigil
That's so
Wrath.
funny.
A very large and in charge lady.
Oh wow, quite luxurious.
Oh wow.
And she's gonna walk back out, greet
You got feathers
the
in your hair.
familiar faces she knows, and ask for her partner, whose name is.
Just asking around for him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So wait, so you're asking the people in the back.
I'm asking my employees
Oh,
for
okay.
the other.
You said
the
familiar
other-
faces. I was like, these guys?
Us?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
All right. So they produce him. What's his name?
Tiefling. Rude tiefling.
Tiefling man.
Rude tiefling man.
Jerry.
Does he?
Splendor.
Valil Timeless.
Valil Timeless?
Valil Timeless.
All right. I need to know anything about his personality besides
Rude.
rude.
Very sleazy.
All right, I got it.
Yeah.
Done.
Rude and sleazy, thank you.
I know what you're getting at here.
And they're business partners?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Got it. He comes out from his office, if you will, wiping at his mouth. Ah, you grace us with your presence. Yeah. He mock curtsies you right back. What are you here for the month's take or what?
I'll come back later for that.
What do you want?
I have a question for you. And I don't need all this business of why I need to know, and I just need you to answer me.
Okay.
Do you know where Piggut Alley is?
Why you need to know? Sorry, it's reflex.
I know it is. That's why I asked you not to do it.
There's nothing there for you.
My business is my business. Your business is your business. And this is our business. If we want to work here together, we gotta be kosher. So please, just tell me where Piggut Alley is.
You know, they call it Pig Guy Alley because they got you like a pig there.
She, like, you see her, like, twitch, and she's like, just tell me where Piggut Alley is.
All right. As portrayed by local celebrity Matthew McConaughey.
You can totally see it.
Yeah.
Well, you know where the Githyanki hang out, right? And you got a general idea of where that is.
Yes, in some degree.
It's about a block west of the lower concentration of them, and there's a couple shops there. But yeah, that should take you there. It's not a very large part.
I don't need your help. Thank you.
Apparently you do need my help.
I just needed your information. And she just very curtly turns away. And
I wasn't going along with you. I don't want to be gutted. Bitch.
and
Nailed it.
she very gracefully continues her walk, ducking into a private room. And Vehan emerges, shamefully tucking her clothes back in and
Making sure it looks right.
making her way out towards her friends.
Alright.
I found out where it was.
Oh, cool. Can we go?
Yes.
Thank you.
So as we're walking, you're taking the lead, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna sidle up next to you. Was that your place, honey? Was that the one you were talking about the other day? Yesterday? It's a nice place. Thanks. Well, a little overly ambitious, but it's nice.
Well, originally it was supposed to be somewhere else, but you know, plans fell through with somebody.
Location.
Their earnings and
They're doing the best they can with a formerly grandiose place, but also not reinvesting in it. Well, I mean, they reinvested it, but like not upkeeping as much as they can. Kind of gives it like a weird, shoddy, used to be something special, even though it never actually was.
Yep.
It was intended to be.
the vision's there.
Maybe someday. Maybe
A little bit of Seville.
maybe this
Seville
economy will
kinda
turn
like
around.
comes out.
All right, so you know that it'll be like a couple hours of walking through some pretty treacherous territory and neighborhoods.
Put any valuables you want not stolen and somewhere very, very secure. Have your weapons ready. Going into the throng.
Pull out my dagger.
I pull my
Maybe not that.
satchel to the front of me,
Little bit
literally,
more
I'm just like holding it with my hand in it.
More
Scared.
conspicuous.
Yeah. Well, just like, this is all I have, don't take it.
I have a dagger.
Yes, the terrified tourists are here.
Yeah.
I just keep one hand on my sword and one hand on one of my daggers. Fine.
All right.
Oh, honey, you can walk by me.
Hold this under your cloak.
Who wants to roll percentile dice? One of y'all do it.
Volunteer distribute.
Okay.
You go ahead, roll.
We're all gonna blame you if it's wrong.
33.
Alrighty.
Was it wrong?
Sounded wrong.
Don't know.
We'll see.
The trip goes on, and you
Want to,
see.
honey?
You can't help but notice there is someone, maybe even a couple someones, following you. You keep seeing a furtive man, kind of like on the outskirts of your trek. The more observational view, notice he's to your left about 20 feet, kind of looking at you, and then about 20 minutes later, you notice he's ahead and to the right. So he's kind of like circling you, and taking the same path, and definitely like clocking you guys.
Once I've taken note, I want to shoot a warning shot at him.
Yeah. How you doing that?
Just a arrow at his feet, and like give him the eyes.
All right. Give me an attack roll.
Uh, 20.
All right. You place a well-guided arrow through a crowd of people right at his feet, and you see him look up at you in shock.
We all see the guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'm standing right behind you, hands on my daggers, glaring as well. I'm lending my support. Being very intimidating. My magic daggers.
Kind of slips back amongst the people.
I'm just gonna sidle a little closer up to you. Mom was like, you got me, honey, right? Okay, great.
As you continue on, you see no more of the sneaky, oily person.
With slippery arms.
You're not 100% sure it's because he's being more careful now. You feel maybe you kind of let him know that you are not to be trifled with. as you continue on, your path seems mostly unimpeded, because maybe word's getting around.
Well played.
Intimidation is key here.
However, you are very noticed, as you always were.
Little
I'm used to it.
Bet you are.
And you're approaching the neighborhood where there's a higher concentration of the Githyanki people.
The what people?
Githyanki.
What is that?
So I'm gonna walk up to her and be like, "Are these the astral travelers?"
They are. They're like
Take notes.
a race of like thin,
I put the thing down over my face
kind
and
of
I
pale
start.
yellowish.
Oh, yes.
Almost. They look very different from any kind of people you've really seen or met before.
I share
At least-
my knowledge of what I know, which probably isn't very much.
I might be staring a little while I'm like taking notes about them.
You see one of them taking notes on you.
That's fine.
You guys are just like book
You
tip to
literally
book
st-
tip.
Yes. Look, down and up and down and up.
They mostly seem to be keeping to themselves. There's, just like everyone else you've come across, some curiosity at your unusual group.
Can we go talk to them?
You're free to do whatever you
want.
We are on a mission here.
Maybe this person we're looking for is more than.
So, do I know like where the lower, like the point he was talking about?
You know you're there where that concentration is, and you said like a block or two
Couple of
west
blocks west,
of
yeah.
that, like where they're starting to. So you feel like you're pretty close.
Okay. Keep heading in the direction I think it is.
So west. All right. You do see a small concentration of shops ahead as you continue on, and there is one as you get to a particularly squalid little side street where there's a large, beaten, burned sign that says pawn.
That's probably it.
Johnson, we were looking for a pawn shop.
I remember it. I see it.
I think we should play this. We're going in looking for something.
A poison,
Special.
perhaps?
Looking
While we're here.
I mean, maybe.
Well, what are we looking for? Just be vague. Or
We
do we
want something akin to what he has, without asking for it directly. Something special, something that's gonna help me wow people. I'm going to impress a noble lady. I really need her
to be
appreciate me. That kind
I
of
think you
story.
just take the lead on this one.
Well, if he has cheap magic swords.
The stuff you buy here might be cursed.
I had some cursed
Our stuff.
Stop whispering. We're trying to film this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No. Cursed stuff? What?
We're whispering, by the way.
People
Alright,
don't
let's not
usually
whisper.
pawn things that they really love.
Interesting.
Maarath. Maarath, we're supposed to be whispering. I'm whispering.
She whispers.
Thank you, I whisper back.
But I don't think we should go in there accusing him.
Can we get some cursed stuff?
No,
You know,
it's in the name.
we
Curse.
should
This
have
works
some
specifically the
You
second
just don't
sentence
trigger
of the
the
middle
curse.
paragraph.
How do you know what triggers the curse until you've triggered it?
Cast detect magic.
You've never seen it.
It's the second
Wizard.
sentence of the middle paragraph.
Can you just do that when we go
Oh,
in?
that's right. You said that.
Yeah.
Right away and then tell me what you see? Because that'd be really interesting. I'm still whispering.
The type of garment. May not be that one specifically, but
Could be.
maybe.
Maybe. You
Not the
certainly
worst
try.
idea I've ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea at all.
Yeah.
Is that one you have prepared?
Mm-hmm.
I have detect magic identify.
Yeah, I remember we were on a short rest, and I was like, ha!
Smart.
Things I can do.
Hey, love.
Yeah,
you're a
I had to
wizard.
move them this way, the prepared
whatever.
spells versus the known spells.
She's a player.
Hmm.
Cleric.
Otherwise, it's easy to
Cleric.
get confused.
I don't know a
So-
lot about magic, okay?
That's okay. You want to learn?
I tried at one time. It didn't work out very well. Someone tried teaching me, and I wasn't very good student.
So what are we doing? Are we good? Are we going?
So I'm gonna.
Perception check, someone.
I taught
Pull
myself
out
how to
my-
do card tricks. I pulled my
My passive perception is 15.
Okay.
card tricks.
My actual
Oh, you're good at them?
perception at this point is 23.
Huh?
You see a number of people approaching you as you all stand outside the door and sign
From
the darker part of the alley.
and I know that they're coming our direction.
They are kind of headed in your direction. There seems to be at least 3 or 4.
I cast mage armor on myself. It lasts 8 hours. I'm just gonna.
Probably just fine.
Really good.
The second I smelled poop on the street.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and grab my twig and cast this.
I've got my daggers in.
Cast what?
Like,
Cast locate
ready
object.
to pull out.
Okay.
It lasts for 10 minutes.
How long does it take to cast?
It
Wait, what?
says 1 action.
Okay.
Well, we're being pursued. We can either duck in or we can face it head on.
I'm all
giving
for
out
a
the
run.
look. It's
It rhymes.
an instantaneous
I say we go in.
decision.
I duck in.
All right.
Just do it.
We head into the shop.
Okay.
All right.
I give a long look as I close the door.
Me
So
too.
what does this look like that you're doing? What are the actions?
So when I cast it before we went in. So when we were outside, I reached into my bag and I pulled out a little twig in the shape of a Y, and I went like this. I went, "Where'd you see it last?" And that's what I did.
Is that a divining rod?
It's a forked twig. Mama got skills.
You see this little twig glow, and we'll see what happens shortly. You duck in, and it is an amazing wonder of all sorts of everything you've ever seen. On the same shelf as a set of dice, torture devices, a beautiful vase. There's just everything you can. Vase.
That's Hercules.
Thank you.
Everything you see is all over. It is just an amazing collection of stuff. Thrills you. There's the skull of some kind of beast. You're not 100% sure what it is. You see stacks of like little paper pictures. You see just a zillion things, a zillion memories. Behind a very large desk, like comically large, you see a lump. And the weird clattering rusty bell that rings when you open the door alerts this lump. It comes swinging around from behind the very large desk. You see a greenish grayish man. You're not 100% sure if he's hunched or if that's just the shape of his back, neck, top of his head, but it's very much like a round forward-leaning dome with an odd swoop of hair down over half of his face, which sways dramatically as he comes
Very fancy boy.
billowing
Does he have
about
a name tag
the
that says
side.
Ickerly by chance?
He does not have a name tag.
I'm gonna reach up and touch the bell and cast Mending. Fix the bell.
You fixed the
There wasn't
bell.
anything wrong with the bell.
You said it was rusty.
It was rusty. Does that shake off rust?
Yeah, sure. It restores it to its original condition.
Okay.
Oh,
As long as all the parts are there.
The bell seems a little bit less gross when it finishes its ring as you touch it. And this creature man approaches. Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome to my shop.
Ooh.
Here you are to look around and see wonders aplenty. Welcome to my abode. I don't sleep here, I just work here.
Where do you sleep?
You don't want to know the answer to that question, inquisitive one.
What's your name?
This guy's great.
They call me Ickerly,
Do you sing everything?
the one and only Ickerly. I sing, I don't know what I sing, but I say things very peculiarly. It's like Ickerly, peculiarly.
Oh, I like it. That was good.
That doesn't rhyme that much.
Your arm must be tired.
I have a question.
Oh. I mean, is that what that means?
Yes.
Go ahead and ask me a question. I've got many answers and lots of secret surprises.
Do you just enjoy singing, or are you compelled to sing?
Have you been cursed? Is there a ghost in
Don't
here?
even know what you mean by singing.
Not aware that he does.
So yes, it's probably cursed.
We're just
gonna be-
talking and sharing ideas and secrets.
I have
Can
a
I
question.
spend the next
looking
10
around.
minutes doing the ritual for detect magic?
Okay, sure. So what does that look like? What are you doing?
Would you like to know? Okay.
I
Would
wanna
you
know,
like to
I want
know?
to know how suspicious this appears.
Find where it is in my book, and I'll tell you exactly what it looks like.
Is it, so while he's doing that, is it like a traditional pawn shop where you walk in, it's like glass cases of like stuff, but
There's
it's,
no glass cases.
Is
well,
junk
okay,
there?
so
Everything
it's
is
just
like
stuff just like everywhere.
grabbable.
So it's
Yeah.
a lot more like a thrift shop than like a traditional pawn shop as far as like its organization, if there is none.
I mean, there's no organization.
Okay, cool. I
This-
guess
this
so
could be
the-
a junk
The
shop,
question I
really.
was actually asking is like, are there obvious like pathways where people would like, if they're perusing?
Think about the shop at the beginning of Gremlins,
Oh yeah, okay.
if you've ever seen that.
Yeah.
Everything is just
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah.
There's no sense
Rhyme
or
or
path
reason.
or anything. It's just
Piles of
shelves
stuff
everywhere.
and- yeah.
There's a chest full of stuff.
Cool.
There's things hanging from the ceiling that may have once been living, maybe never were.
Can you just keep an eye on?
I've got a question. I pick up this like really nice coat. It's just like really nice. This
We'll assume there was one there.
Sure, we'll take it.
here's everything.
Sure.
How much does this cost?
You have a meticulous eye. You can buy that for 8 gold.
8 gold. What's it
reasonably
made out of? It
priced
looks
here.
like I kind
The
of feel it and
finest
smell it.
fabrics born from seals. Do you know what a seal is?
Yeah.
And I'm perusing just like a casual peruser. Like I'm just looking around at stuff with my little twig.
I'm following.
I assume you're looking for a mask.
I am.
There-
But I'm doing so like as
Under the
casually as
radar.
possible.
No, that thing says the closest one of those.
I believe so. Let me check.
And does that spell stay up, or does it just like find the one thing and it's done?
It's for 10 minutes, so I imagine that it just you sense the direction to the object's location as long as it's within 1,000 feet of you. If it's in motion, you know the direction of its movement.
So every time you move around the shop, it's pulling you in a different direction. You get the feeling that there are probably more than a few masks here.
Okay. So what I'd like to do is actually follow those inklings and just try and like get my eyes
Just
on.
looking around
Yeah,
at
just
them.
get my eyes on whatever mask is pulling me toward.
All right. I mean, you basically start picking through and
Like a
wherever it
normal
pulls
shopper.
you, and you see like an eye mask, like a mask that resembles a creature. You're seeing different stuff as you're picking through and following your leads.
Cool.
I'm just picking up random things and asking how much they cost.
It is within 1,000 feet as well, so if I feel like a pull towards the back of the shop or something.
The shop is not that big.
Yeah, that's what
It's-
I'm saying. But if I feel a pull towards like
A
his
secret room.
office.
Yeah, it's probably like a 30 by 30 shop.
Cool.
So the way this looks is I go to kind of like the middle of the area, the open area of the shop, and I stand there and I have my hands like this, and I am mumbling the same short Elvish phrase for 10 minutes.
What's your friend saying? I don't speak
Hold on.
the
I think he's
language.
saying.
They're meditating. That buying gives them anxiety, and they pray to their God for guidance of the right purchase.
I pray that God finds you the strength to buy what you want to.
Do not break concentration.
I'm just trying to decipher what you're saying.
But I do have a question for
saying.
you.
Let me answer the question
wants
on your
to
mind.
buy
Yes, it's all mine.
very
It's quite a
nice
find.
hat
Particular question.
with feathers
We've
in it.
been invited slash
This is what I'm
inquired invitations
and,
to a
It's right here.
masquerade
wants
party
a block of
going on
wood
at a very
shaped
Well,
in a
Okay, I can only follow like one of these conversations. Please.
That's not a conversation.
Okay, stop. Go ahead.
I've lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
We've been invited slash inquired invitations to a very well-to-do party, masquerade party, in fact.
Costumes you need. Costumes I have. We'll dress you up like clowns.
We've got costumes.
What does a
We're
clown
looking
look like?
more mask area.
Oh, I've got masks aplenty. Masks for you. Masks for me. I've got everything you could ever need. Check them out. Lots of masks. Your friend's finding masks all over the place. She knows where to go, oddly.
We've been looking.
I shop a lot, honey.
You've never even been here before.
I shop just around a lot. There's a particular kind of skill to it. You know, you've got to know.
I can't find anything around here, and I actually supposed to know where everything is.
But we're up top of mask. I'm looking for something special. See, I'm going to be wowing the lady of the party. Is my intent.
A sexy mask. I've got one with
Not
the
sexy.
janitor. What?
I'm not very good at pretending to be something I'm not. And I was
I
hoping.
can see that you're a little plain.
Thank you. I need.
I have that same problem.
Yes, I can tell. I
It's my
need
dancing.
Right.
something to help me in that area, and I'm willing to pay
So,
quite a bit for something like
are
that.
you trying to woo a lady who likes gorillas? I got a gorilla mask.
I am looking for something that can help me be a better performer.
You're looking for something specific.
Yes.
I don't know if I've got something like that.
You can, surely, in all of this stuff, you have something magical.
Now you're looking for something kind of dangerous and expensive.
Yes.
I might have something like that, but you might have some money, maybe.
Lots of money.
Let's see that jink and we'll talk more.
You have to understand we're in a part of town that I don't feel comfortable doing that.
And you've got to understand that I don't feel comfortable getting things out that shouldn't be out.
I reach into my bag, shake it, have it make some noise, and produce a gold piece, and I give it to him, and I say, this is just for your trouble of going to find it.
You got it. Coming right up, you'll find something to buy. Something that'll help you perform better. Something that'll make you more virile or whatever it is you're looking for.
No, just trying to woo her, not trying to woo her.
You
Wow.
You don't
Trying to
want
wow,
this
not
wow.
dongle
Wow,
mask. It's a winner at every party.
You've been to a masquerade party.
Yeah, wear this thing.
No.
It's really popular.
Nobody wears a gorilla.
No, not that one.
That's another one.
Yeah.
You got a few jungle masks.
Yeah, I'll be right back. What you looking for? Please don't steal my stuff.
I'm only here for what I've asked.
Stuff, please don't be stolen.
Is there
And
anything you like, honey?
swings his
Just
way
looking around for the
towards
map.
the back.
I found like 3 swords.
You didn't even know there was a curtain there, and he finds his way behind it.
There are these 3 really nice swords. Here's his coat. There's 5 hats. Some boots. None of the boots fit me. That's really sad. I'm just waiting
the
for.
toes off.
There's a few torn boots around.
Yeah,
Try.
no, my boots are better than that. I mean, they're really nice. They're just too small. Well, this one's way too big. Are these magic?
This one boot's way too big.
It's a big boot.
Are any of these things magic?
There's magic all over this place.
I mean, yeah, but I get to like know what's magic and what's not.
Yeah, there are magical things literally all over this
Are any of
place.
the things I grabbed magic?
There's a magic sword.
What does it do?
Well, I would have to actually cast Identify to know specifically.
How
What
long
is
will that
the
take?
school
Well,
of
that-
magic?
It wouldn't take any time, but it would cost a spell. I wouldn't be able to cast a spell later. So if we want to do that, I can.
So I'm with
Well, I'm
my
not
left
gonna
way
ask you to
kind
do
of in
something
the
that
area near the
be
curtain where she
detriment
left.
to you.
And there's a pull from behind the curtain.
So I gather you towards the front of the thing, and I'm like,
Up.
I'm gonna feel really bad about this, but you did acquire it illegally, and
Are we gonna steal it?
seize this
Listen,
property.
I'm not like a thief.
We're not stealing it. We're reacquiring it for the people it was stolen from. It's not legal.
We're whispering.
Sage whispering.
Well, yeah, but you're actually whispering.
Right. It's still talking.
Is the
Yeah.
problem?
Oh,
Speak.
speaking now.
All right. Well, I think that was just what we knew we were getting in for.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're all
That's
on the
fine
same
with me.
page. And
If
some
it
of
must
us
be done for
well,
the greater
well, I
good.
can't pay this guy 500 gold or anything like that.
We're gonna steal it.
We're not stealing it. We are returning it from the place of which it was stolen.
Listen, someone
Y'all, I don't
important
think
to
we
me
can talk
once
about this too
told
much
me.
longer, so I'm just gonna say it's gonna be done so you can come back soon.
Someone important to me
Away from
once
the
told me
curtain.
that if you steal from a
But,
thief, it's
yes.
not really stealing. So
All
I
right.
tried.
I guess it's fine.
Has 5-minute discussion about the morality of.
He
Take
says
5
he has
minutes.
no idea where anything is. So
It's probably taking a while to find it.
There's a lot of philosophy about.
N-word.
Not everyone is a scholar.
I'm back with
It's
my
not
steak.
so easy.
Yeah.
It's not so easy to.
So you're not taking other things.
No,
No.
just when he brings.
The curtain swoops open and he produces in the air a no mask.
The
Is it
no
the
mask?
one we want?
It looks just like the one.
Do
that
I
was-
recognize
I
it?
look
Oh,
at
yeah.
you very
do.
slyly.
And also very quickly shuts the curtain behind him. Once he realized he'd swung it open very wildly.
Do I catch anything?
I just
behind
go,
there?
that is fantastic.
It's a beautiful mask with
Can I try it on?
beautiful powers. You gotta pay money to try it on.
That is not how. What? What?
It's a very rare and fragile thing. I don't trust anyone with it.
How much does it cost?
It's 100 gold to perform better.
How much to try it on?
It's 2 gold to put it on your face.
I want to huddle everybody. No, it's 2 gold.
I give him 2 more gold.
Here
Please,
we go.
just allow her indulgence.
Please handle it carefully.
Right. I was reaching quickly, but then I stopped when he says that.
You have to know if
Gingerly.
you break it, you have to pay me the gold.
Pick it up. Put it on face.
It tingles when you put it on.
Like a minty face mask.
And you now try to talk him into letting you have it for free.
That's probably not the best person to put this on then. If we're gonna do that.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, idea didn't occur to me till you
a
put
little,
it on.
A little bit distract him, but be like, you have poison.
I absolutely, he does not keep his eye away from the mask. He says, I absolutely do. And if you've got money, you will too.
I have money.
All right. We'll work that out in a little bit.
What about books on alchemy?
I have lots of books. They're over there. You can check them out and see what you like.
I'm gonna get in between him and her. Not conspicuously, but like...
He moves to keep that from happening.
I'm just like gonna get in her face. I'm like,
what about
how does it feel?
alchemist
What are
supplies?
you feeling? Do you feel like it's gonna be...
I don't know what that is. Look around
Are there
see
any
if we got
I've
some.
never actually. Can I just like read one of the alchemy books?
You go ahead and check it out, take a look, and I will get back with you.
Can I read an entire alchemy book before?
Okay. So
Depends on how long we're here.
I wanna look for like a flute or something. Pick it up and try and play a song.
Improve your
See if
performance,
it-
I see.
See if it actually, is good.
Do you know how to play flute?
I was trying to. I knew I was gonna know how to play some instrument, but I couldn't figure out which instrument.
Is it magically flute now?
So now it's flute.
Now it's a flute. I'll write it down. It's a flute.
Give me a performance check.
Maybe one of those pan flutes. That's very piratey.
Wow, +5. 10.
A beautiful song. You didn't even know how to play. Comes out.
What is this? Was that Bumblebee
Whoa.
song? What was that
Yeah.
called? I feel like what's that movie with Malcolm in the Middle in it? What's that guy's name?
Frankie Muniz.
Frankie Muniz. What's that spy movie with him in it?
Spy Kid?
No.
Oh, the one with
Agent Cody Banks.
Oh
I
yeah.
know it's
That's me.
Deep well. Deep well.
Playing some Yaz flute.
the magical flute.
Not that I know of.
I'm gonna-
It's a magical mask. It's well worth 100 gold.
This is great. We should buy this flute.
Can I just do you mind if I interrupt you 1 second?
Yes.
I'm gonna like put my hands on the mask
Whoa, you didn't pay for this?
and I'm gonna cast Identify real quick.
Whose side are you on?
I'm trying to be
How long is the
convincing.
casting time on that?
It is an instant.
And is that something you... No, I mean, there's got to be an action, right?
It's oh no, it is duration instantaneous.
Okay.
So all I have to do is touch the item being identified, say magic words, and
Start
then
meditating on the mask.
I will know if it's magic imbued. I will learn its properties and how to use them, and whether it requires attunement, and how many charges it has, if any.
So give me the rundown.
So it does require attunement. It enhances performance, greatly enhances performance. You have to wear it. It does not have charges.
Okay. Cool.
How much is it in performance by?
I'm just gonna wander away again.
I'm gonna put my stick back.
All
It's
right.
it's a very interesting mask, but I'm more concerned with the alchemy supplies.
Well, have a look at the alchemy. May I have the mask back now, please?
So, Iker.
Lee.
Ikerly. Yeah. My condolences.
Did someone die?
What's wrong?
But this mask has been stolen by my employer.
Sorry to hear that. Can I have the mask back,
And
please?
we're going to have to take it back to them now.
I don't think you are. The mask is mine. I paid good money for it.
I suggest you take that up with the people you paid good money for it from, because you acquired this item illegally.
I'd rather not take it up with them. I like my head where it is.
Well, you probably shouldn't take it up with us either.
Are you threatening me in my place of business?
Hold on.
How much did you pay for it, honey?
I want to pull you back.
I'm gonna hold up a book on
and-
alchemy. How much is this?
Okay, so we know who who stole it, and we know
Where-
they have a few. They have like hundreds of gold because that guy was offering to give us 200 gold to do the thing for him. It's a lot of gold. So what if we go to the Groggy Bill and Neb and get the money from them and give it to this guy, and then we get the mask, and it's not as bad.
Why are we
'Cause-
gonna go beat up criminals to give another criminal money?
We
for
don't know that
something
this
he
guy's a
stole?
criminal.
I'm not
He
a
paid for it.
criminal. I run a business.
You run a business of illegally acquired goods.
I don't know how they're acquired. I just buy and sell them.
How much did you pay for the mask?
The mask's available for 100 gold.
How much did you pay for it?
It's none of your business.
It is now.
Honey, I'm just gonna tell you because I've seen her done this before. You should probably just tell her because she's either gonna take it or she's gonna pay you what you paid for it.
I'd really rather you didn't take it.
Listen,
I understand that, and I appreciate
I edge
Your,
closer to you.
your business savvy ways. Truly, I do, and I understand that this is an issue. And I'm sure the person I'm going to return this mask to is going to be more than happy to get it back. And probably happy to help anybody who made sure of its safe return.
Look, you don't understand what I'm saying. I can't let you leave
Okay.
with that mask
Vehan.
without paying.
look,
Why?
Vehan.
Because
Hold
this
on.
is a business. I need to get paid for that mask, please.
I have the mask.
Yes, we
Okay,
know.
I'm gonna give it back to him.
No.
No one can reach it.
Somebody's.
Over your head. Over your head.
No.
Thank you.
No.
He also has really long arms. I didn't mean to mention that earlier.
Okay,
To reach all of his wares.
so we
Yeah.
need the mask. This guy didn't steal it. Let's go beat up the people who stole it. Get the money from them that they were
Vehan leaves
given.
the shop.
Okay.
Get the money that they were given. Pay this guy for the mask. And then give the mask back to people who paid us to get it for them. We don't have to steal it.
We're not. But
You
Vehan's
left. Get out of here.
Okay.
She's already left.
We're gonna get back to you. What are y'all doing?
I'm gonna ask again about the price of the book.
What book? What book do you mean?
This one. It's right here. Book on alchemy.
4 gold.
Yeah.
3 gold.
2 gold.
3 gold.
Weird, you guys want to haggle over a dumb book.
I put it back on the shelf.
I'm sorry, we couldn't help you with what you're looking for.
Do you still want some poison?
How much is your poison?
How much is in the player's handbook? 10 gold?
Yeah. I don't know.
Or it's 100 gold, isn't it?
I don't know. I didn't even bring my.
Last
You
time you
said
tried to
100
charge
last
me
time.
100.
Okay.
Last
But I
time.
think you just
Then
made
it's
that
100.
number up.
No,
there.
that's in the player's handbook.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Buy the book on potions, and we can learn to make alchemy. Teach a man to fish, and you can make poison.
That's how it goes.
Not wrong.
Not wrong.
4 gold for a book and
3
someone who
gold.
wants to make it.
3 gold for a book.
I'll give him the 3 gold.
Make
for
sure
it.
that it's a book with goat you want in it.
Well, he already
Sorry.
read the book. It's a book on potions.
I mean, he
stuff.
read it.
Honey, does it have what we're looking for in it?
Basic beginner stuff, yeah.
Alright, cool.
Beginner poison.
Well, alchemy was turning lead to gold.
Yeah, that's alchemy.
That's what the book is.
We want the potion stuff. Well, they just said the wrong word.
Yeah. That's a book on alchemy.
Alright, well, we need a potion book. What's it called? Apothecary.
There you go.
They both start
There
with
we go.
A's. They're next to each other.
You got any of those?
Sure. 3 gold for...
No, that's 3 gold for that then.
Good luck
Go
finding
for
it.
the Apothe book.
You are jumped immediately as soon as you walk out
Okay.
by the same shadowy figures.
I
Roll
get
for
ready to
initiative.
attack them. 19.
You got first shot. So
Short sword's out, and I'm stabbing the first one that comes up to me.
Alright.
Gut shot.
You
Right.
get
Do
that
you,
roll.
do you make any sounds that indicate that this might be happening?
Do you
Probably
not say that out loud?
22.
Roll some damage.
9 points of damage.
You're just metagaming.
No, it's like if she
Metagaming.
she said no, so no.
What's that?
9 points of damage.
Alright.
And I say, if you guys don't want your head on pikes, you'll leave me alone.
Intimidation roll.
God. 7.
Yeah, they don't buy that.
It's true. I'm just not very intimidating.
Still got some remnants on your
Which
face.
armor class?
My armor class is 15.
Do you want another d20 to make your life easier? We have like 40 over here.
Alright. You take 20 points of damage.
Yeesh.
One of them stabs you very well. The other kind of normal attack, but they all three are on top of you. One misses, and attacking wildly. Here we go.
I make my utmost performance to try and show no emotion whatsoever. And then I continue attacking the one in front of me. And I miss for 9.
Take one of those d20s. Thank you. You stab for 6.
Alright. Again, unblinking, non-caring. And then I show the guy who stabbed me my true face. And I say once again, if you don't want me to devour your soul, you'll leave me alone. But I got my thingy I'm gonna do.
Does that do like a particular thing?
Yeah, it's like a frightening effect.
Okay.
Am I still in perfect position?
Yes, you all are doing very
We
well.
keep
We're
checking.
doing great.
Yeah.
I
it's,
haven't checked once.
I keep checking.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
It is. When a creature you can see makes an attack roll against you, you can use a reaction to impose. Oh, it's disadvantage on the roll. Whatever.
Okay. I need another d20.
No.
So it works on one person or everyone that's attacking you?
When a creature you can see makes an attack roll against you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the roll.
Oh, it's a reaction.
You must use this feature before knowing whether the attack hits or misses.
Okay, so that's the thing you're doing?
Yes.
And just one of the three it affects?
Yes. But I'm trying to intimidate them all when they see me. But it only affects one of them.
Well, we'll see who all is freaked out. Go ahead, roll an intimidation.
I still get to attack though, right? That was a reaction to them.
But you already did and missed. Did you not?
Oh, yeah, I did. You're right. I'm using my inspiration.
Okay.
13.
Would you like my box from time
No.
to time?
No boxes.
Your funeral.
One of
It
them
is.
clutches at his sword and runs away.
Nice.
Alright. Attack. And one of them hits for 6.
I'm dead.
You're passed out.
I'm dead.
You're passed out.
Beyond kills or something. No, I'm just kidding.
How long? I was trying to ask how long this is gonna go before we hear commotion.
Not very long.
Long enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
do we?
We'll get back to you.
in a few
Okay.
seconds. So
I just don't want it to be like our last game where I kept dying over and over, and you kept giving them chances to come rescue me, and I'm like, I want to go as soon as possible.
So what do y'all do?
Do we hear this?
No.
We don't hear anything?
Alright,
I
well,
mean,
Figured
okay.
not.
I've said what I've said. We don't even hear you like fall to the ground.
So you bought the book on
Yeah, you're still
Prisons?
buying a
Yeah,
book.
I bought the book,
Yelling
and
after
that was
him.
the last. That's where we left off.
All right, so.
Have you actually
Okay.
bought the book? I'm sorry,
Yes,
the timing is
I did.
confusing me. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
I did buy the
Well, in
book.
that case, I would
All
have
right,
gone out after
let's
you.
go look for Vehan. She's probably really angry at me, but she would not let me speak, and I hate being interrupted. So let's go.
All right. Italy, if we can figure out how to
I've
get that
left.
money back, we will come back for that mask.
I hope someone doesn't buy it. I hope someone doesn't buy it before you get
Can
back.
we put like a layaway deposit?
If you'd like to pay me 20 gold, I'll hold on to it for you.
I handed 20 gold.
Absolutely done. I'll keep it in the back and no one will know it exists.
Now I'm almost completely broke.
Wow.
I left before that. I don't know that
That's
happened.
it.
Huh?
Don't worry about that.
What?
Stop doing that.
Me? Or? Oh.
You all leave?
Okay. Yeah. I guess we leave.
I think you left first, and then I left after you, and then they put the way away.
I left after you.
Oh,
'Cause
did you? I don't know. I left first.
you said, come on, y'all, let's go. Or, come on, guys, let's go. So I did.
Okay.
As you leave, as you open the door, you swing it open to see Vehan lying on the ground.
It's not Vehan.
Okay, you see, that's right.
Welcome to a crash course, guys.
Kai,
Mm-hmm.
lying on the ground,
Dead. No.
not dead,
Bleeding.
unconscious.
Are the people still there?
No.
I like drop to a knee and say, "You're okay, kiddo," and kiss her forehead and cast Spare the Dying.
Yes, I also fall to my knees and like pick
You
them up
don't
by
need
the
to
shoulders.
cast.
Okay, well,
I-
in that case,
you,
I have
you can
another
do
one.
like
that
a,
I
you
can-
can do a heal.
Okay,
I
then
can-
I cast Cure Wounds.
I was about to say I could just give her 3 hit points.
You don't know who this person
I
is.
can give.
You don't know.
There's a person that is unconscious on the ground. I can give you like a small bit of healing. Remember
It's
when
not
the
human.
first session when I
No.
charged the stage because there was somebody that I thought was dying?
Yep.
This is
I
not
remember.
out of character.
You're right.
I've
Well, you're
picked-
not outside
I've
yet.
picked Kai up in my arms, and I'm just like, oh no.
Technically, you got outside first. Yes.
Yes. And you kiss.
No, I
them on the
didn't.
head.
I said, "Let me kiss it." Different spell.
And then you kiss them somewhere under guts.
I need
that are falling out.
this one. For 8, you get 8 hit points. Right? Yeah. Let me kiss it, and then you.
Kai, hold on. Were you robbed? I want to like rifle through your stuff.
Kai.
So that's
You
my
have not.
question. Are they out here before she casts the spell?
Yeah.
What?
Are they out of the shop before
I mean,
she
we all-
casts the spell?
It was-
'Cause they were
Maarath
in
shouldn't
there.
be. If that happened immediately, Maarath shouldn't be by the time you cast the spell. I don't know about you.
I was next to her.
You all
so
were coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they
we
were
It was
just
like a
left.
procession.
Yeah, we left,
we all
and
left
then
at the same
they
time.
Yeah.
did the
Well,
layaway
and you
thing.
immediately freaked out,
Yeah.
and everyone,
Okay.
I assume, spilled out.
Okay.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Got it.
Yeah, you were definitely robbed.
All right. I'm just going to make her put me down. I'm going to fix myself.
You're gonna do that right now?
Yes.
How tall are you?
Kai is very short.
Okay, so I'm still on my knees. I'm still taller.
Okay.
I just
And,
want to picture it in my head.
Then she's just going to start walking
Nope.
in the direction
Nope.
of the people
I
who has
did
taken
not
her
let
stuff.
go of you.
Oh.
You are not going to hold me.
I didn't
And
let go.
Vehan is going to say, "Let me go, right now."
So did we just see a short
Y'all-
person turn into Vehan?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize that you
Y'all,
turned.
I'm gonna need you to roll
into
with this,
Vehan.
and we'll talk about it later when we're in safer places. Yeah?
Sure.
Hold on.
Great.
Where are you going?
I make
I'm
notes.
going to get
Yeah.
my stuff back.
Interesting.
That's a good idea. I'm up on my feet. I'm still holding your shoulders. Where did they go?
Let go of me.
Where did they go?
And then I'm going to track them.
How are you going to track them?
I'm going to look for footprints in the mud, the stench of shit people in the air.
It's like everywhere though.
She's gonna use tracking.
You said there was like nobody around here. We're in like a weird vacant part of town. These are the only people we saw, and
Okay.
I can't see any of their footprints.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I want to know what you're looking for. I want a picture.
Their footprints. Hurried running footprints away from me.
All right. Give me what is that, a survival roll?
Sure. 17.
Okay. You got a pretty good idea of where the direction they went off to.
And I take out my bow and I start making my way there.
You don't take out your bow.
You don't have a bow anymore.
They took everything.
They took your money and weapons.
Listen, hold on. Octavius has 42 daggers.
I give you 2.
And then I
40
take
daggers.
my daggers and I start walking in that direction.
Honey, why didn't you tell us? Why didn't you call for help? We were just inside that door.
If we would have
I
come help
walked
you.
out, I got stabbed, and I started bleeding.
Cry out.
You could have said, ah.
You could have said, "Oh help! They're stabbing me."
Honey, you're never going to get the benefits of having people around you that care about you if you don't remember that they're there.
You feel like every second you waste is a second.
Yeah, I'm not
We're
even
walking
talking
while
to them.
talking.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I need to
walking
know
in
this.
that direction.
Yeah, we're walking and talking,
Okay.
following.
I'm running.
All right.
Running and talking.
Ahead, you see one of the 2 people that were remaining after the.
As soon as I see them, I just throw a dagger, aiming for his head.
Give me an attack roll.
Whoop. 16 plus 6, 22.
Give me a damage roll.
Is my called shot worth anything?
Uh,
6 points of damage.
all right, sure. You did say at his head. I applied some damage. You nick him like under his ear for 6 damage, you said, and blood is like rushing down his side. Grabs at his side and turns around and panics.
Drop it or die is what I yell at him as I continue following with my other
Can we
dagger.
all see
run.
this?
Yeah, you're all with
Yeah.
Vehan.
I'm gonna
Can I,
cast Mind Spike if I
go ahead.
can.
Why don't we go into initiative again? And what did you get? Sorry, Minnie.
13.
13.
Vehan needs to get over it.
Octavius.
14.
14. Maarath.
Eventually.
4.
Zam.
9. 20. Just kidding.
10.
All right. The one that you hit, you see is the one that has the bow, and turns around and takes a shot at you through the small crowd of people. Charm class
15.
misses. Roll percentage.
It's someone else.
Possibly. Does not hit anyone else. Octavius.
Okay. How far away are they?
They're about 30 feet.
Okay.
So you and I are running right next to each other.
They didn't think that they were going to be that much of a rush. They thought they pretty much took care of the job, so they weren't in a hurry.
Okay.
Just now.
Oh.
Oh, that's what the sound was.
I heard it, so.
Okay. Are we
All right,
good?
we are good.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna.
I know his character. I know his options.
I'm gonna get within 15 feet,
Okay.
and I'm gonna bring out a sword. But to everyone, it's a very interesting sword.
That is a very interesting sword, Octavius.
It's so the tip is actually, it kind of fans out rather than coming to a
Like a
point.
snake tongue.
And it's very let's
Tiger Hoods
see.
one?
It's kind of glowing. It's metal, but definitely has a glowing kind of blue to it, kind of like veins throughout the dagger. The sword.
Is this your magic dagger? The one I detected a long time ago?
A long time ago.
Okay.
And I go ahead and throw this at him.
I thought you said it was a sword.
It is. It's got a chain attached to it.
Oh. Is it chain and sickle?
And
She just drew it for you. Oh.
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
All right, give me an attack roll. Wait, who are you throwing it at? You want the bow or the other guy?
Oh, is there
I guess
another
you
person?
you only know the one.
Yeah, I only know
Okay.
the bow person,
That's
so
fine.
that's who I'm going to go for. I'm going to use initiative. I mean, the inspiration.
Inspiration.
Yeah, inspiration.
You can put it in the tray that's right there.
You have permission to use said tray.
At least 17.
At least 17.
Yeah, it's.
Well, that's a hit. So
Yeah.
that's a damage.
It's 8 damage, cold damage.
Damage.
And it, I reel him in, and right up next to me, and as a bonus action, a bunch of tentacles start spilling out of my arms, and I grapple him.
So what happens is the sword like stabs into him. You yank him back. You already see his face frozen in horror.
So you're Scorpion
And-
from Mortal Kombat.
Actually frozen, like blue lips, like crystallized around his eyes, and you see all these tentacles like just wrap immediately around his very dead, very cold face.
Slid to a stop.
Right? Literally, everyone's like,
What?
You might have been able to sprout wings.
And
all right, honey.
after noticing that he's down, I kind of, everything comes back
Retract.
in.
Take his
Retract.
things. Get
Got
your
your
stuff
stuff.
back there.
Slumps down.
Was there
dead
were there any
to the
more?
ground.
Yes,
That
and
one?
she's aiming and ready to hit them.
Minnie, it's your turn.
Oh, we saw more than one.
You-
I thought we only saw one.
I was right next to you.
Well, give me a perception roll. All of you give me a perception roll. Except for you.
Natural 20.
I don't know.
12.
21.
Alright, so you two see someone who is not far from that guy's face just like drop in sheer horror. Everyone looks surprised and weirded out. This person lost someone that they knew. In a very horrible way.
This easy, like, cheap score just became horrible.
Yes, this is now a nightmare.
Yeah, this is a job gone really wrong.
So what would you like to do, Minnie?
I don't actually know what she would do in that situation.
Freak. Plots is the word, I believe.
For my action, my jaw drops.
Joining the rest of the team.
Oh, how far away from me is he? He's like 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to. Do I have to look at him? I don't. I just have to say something. Awesome. So I'm going to keep my eyes on Oct and this whole scenario, but I'm going to like point to where my, perception side, whatever it is, how I saw him. Yeah. I'm going to
Peripheral
point.
vision.
Yeah, peripheral vision. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. To that guy and cast command. And
I assume that's not a concentration spell.
no.
Okay.
We'll
It
double
works for
check,
6
but
seconds or one turn.
nope, it's not. Yeah, it only works for one turn. But yeah, so I'm gonna point to him while looking at you and cast command, and I'm gonna yell.
Chill out.
No, I'm trying to decide. There's so
Everybody
many
freeze.
things that I
Cool
want
it.
to say.
I want to do the flop.
This one will be fun. No, wait. I'm gonna yell. Come here. No, I'm gonna yell. You're grounded. So I point and I yell. You're grounded, and I add Mister just because. Is it a Mister?
It is.
You're grounded, Mister. While still looking at you. And it's a Wisdom saving throw, I believe.
They are planted right there.
Yeah.
Still in horror and like kind of wanting to get away. But
So that one, we decided that's the grovel, so he will fall prone at the end of his turn.
okay, drops to his knees
Mhm.
and like, please don't kill me.
That is my turn for sure.
Now it's V's
Oh,
turn.
his turn.
He takes a dagger,
Oh god.
walks over to him, pulls him up by his hair, and says, "I told you not to mess with me." She just slits his throat.
No questioning of any of the people.
How public is all this?
Very public.
Very, very public.
People everywhere.
We're in the hive.
Yeah, you slit this groveling man's throat in the middle of the crowd of people.
I do.
And he bleeds out and dies right there.
And I collect my things.
He had your money.
And I go collect my things from the other man.
Okay, he had the bow. And any other
Are you-
weaponry he had.
Okay. We don't need to go find the other
I'm not
one.
missing anything?
No, you got everything right back.
Okay.
And the stares of the crowd on all of you, particularly you two.
And I start making my way out of the hive.
Okay. Weirdly enough, no one impedes your progress.
Captain Zan
Lots of whispers all around
is
you all.
frozen in panic and is freaking out. Can't breathe.
What time of day is it?
It is getting to be late afternoon, early evening.
Okay.
Maarath also isn't moving, but it's not so much panic as just kind of like stunned shock.
Zam is hyperventilating,
Looking at the person
stumbling
that's like bleeding
backwards.
out. Not that. That's awesome, but
You were ahead of me, so you would have to walk by me
Oh.
to be walking out of the hive,
She's
correct?
walking by all of you.
Okay, but that's... So,
She has a much different look on her face than the Vehan you used to know.
that's fine. So, I'm gonna grab her arm and say, honey, you listen here now. You've been afraid that we were gonna leave this whole time, and you're walking out right now. Is that what you
She,
wanna
like,
do?
puts her hand on her face and she's like, I'm not walking away from you. But I can't be here right now. And she continues to walk away from you.
So you are walking away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teenagers.
Okay.
Well,
I follow.
who needs a mask? Alright, come on. And I put my arm ready.
Nope. I mean, I'm
Not the place to talk
I'm
about it.
I'm catatonic basically. I'm not really, but I'm just like freaking out, panicking. I hyperventilating, I can't breathe. I'm on the ground. I can't like.
How many spells do I left here? How close are y'all to each other? How close are y'all to each other?
Minnie's dragging them together, trying to make some efficient use of spells.
I don't know. How close are y'all together?
They're close.
I
They're
thought
not- I mean,
we,
you all were kind of a
five
group.
were
Yeah, we were
like
all
right
hanging
next to each
together.
other
The
until
only
you-
two that were sort of separate were those two. The other three of you are pretty much the same area.
Okay. I'm going to cast Calm Emotions
Good call.
on their 20-foot radius area, and I will step back so that I'm not in it this time because lessons learned.
I don't know. Sometimes you. Yeah.
Right.
Hit me up with some of that calm, please. One
So-
toke for my fucking nerves.
Zan.
So I'm just gonna go shh to both of y'all, and that would be me casting Calm
So-
Emotions
Suppose my breathing.
So to us
calms.
or
to the
Those
two of them. You're not panicking.
I'm no
Okay,
longer like
yeah.
choking on my own breath.
okay.
Yes.
You're already
like-
kind of walking off with a little bit of a
That's
stroke.
what. Yeah.
Right. You just
Vehan
announced to the
gives
world
you,
that
like-
you're badass.
My hands like aren't trembling as much anymore.
Yeah, and I'm just
like,
gonna kind of like put my arm around your waist because I can't reach your shoulder.
I'm on the ground. I fell
Okay.
over.
Then I'm gonna put my arm around your shoulder and be like, come on, honey. Let's go. Come on, honey. We gotta get some stew. We're gonna get back home. It's gonna be all right. Come on.
I can't.
It's all right. Come on.
I've started writing.
And I'm doing the same thing with you.
You chill out and start.
Right. Journaling.
Journal time.
Dear diary.
I wouldn't believe what I saw today,
Vehan
and
killed
I'm
the
kind of
man
weirdly
today.
okay with it. I guess all of a sudden. By the way, Mama could do some weird shit.
Mama?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not speaking, but I'm following you. I'm hunched
Yeah,
over.
I'm still ushering both of you if I can here.
like my eyes.
I mean, I'll walk wherever. I'm just
Okay.
mentally, I'm
That's
just.
what I'm
I'm far away.
once you cast Calm Emotion, I was kind of okay,
Kept on
but
zombie
like I'm still like
however many feet behind
philosophically
them I am.
Yeah,
like
they're
processing.
visible.
I wanted to make it
Everything.
clear, I'm not leaving them. I'm giving them birth away from me. So they can
Okay.
process and talk and decide if they want to be with me anymore.
These three just had, I feel so, I mean, Mama had like a hook thing, but at least we both knew who, I guess these two, we both knew who you were before. They just saw like a beast changeling monster and some crazy octopus
Yeah.
guy all in like one 30-second span.
Has caused quite the stir in the hive.
You know, I bet by reputation alone we could get that mask right about now.
I would speak up.
Do you?
No.
Because I definitely said that.
Normally, Captain Sam would speak up. I'm not paying attention. I can't. I'm in my own head.
How far behind you are we?
I don't get out of sight of you guys.
Okay.
I feel like 50.
I think.
Because I said that out loud, so I don't know if y'all could hear me or not, but I definitely said that out loud.
Vehan kind of like shoulder checks you and like looks at Captain Zam and just keeps walking.
I mean, I don't think it's stealing. I'm pretty sure we could just have it at this point. I can stay with the kids.
Okay, so we could definitely do that, or we could just go regroup somewhere, talk about if that's really what we want to do. Because obviously we've got people, all, on all different sides of this issue.
Intimidation's not gonna last forever, y'all.
I'm happy to go in
If you're
and
saying it
take
out loud,
Why
Vehan takes a
intimidating. You
steering.
can just go back to the theater and tell them we need expenses. And
It's quite a ways, though.
Are you speaking at this point? Okay. We're looking at hours. We need decisions in minutes.
I mean they're holding the mask. Inglot, what was his name?
Ickerly.
Ickerly.
Inglot.
Do you think the theater will pay the ransom?
You're like speaking to her now.
Mhm.
Alright. They turn around and
If I'm in accent, I'm speaking to you.
Mm.
Perks of an accent.
they turn around. I don't know. People here aren't trustworthy. And she gestures back towards the people who are stealing her stuff.
At least we're not psychos.
You got me.
Well, I
So-
hope that whatever we do, we don't walk all the way back to.
Yeah, I don't want to do that, but
I mean,
if it's going to cause such a ruckus within our group that
Honey, our group will be fine. Just Give us a minute. Families can absorb a lot.
And she kind of like gives
Alright.
you like this.
Let's
Walking and talking here.
go back to like the hotel and have like a
Probably need
chat.
to find a new one.
It would take it took us like 3 hours to get
Do you
here.
guys want to get a hotel here?
I think that the Hive looks like a lovely place. You know, I imagine that
It's
I know
not.
a place with some private rooms.
Oh,
Mama is, yeah.
it'll be weird.
Weirder than that?
No. And she's like, you're more than welcome to stay there.
Well, all right. Let's just go do that. Besides, it won't cost any money. Near as I can tell, people will be running out.
It'll be busy
What?
and loud. Comfortable.
It's just money.
Okay.
I'm ready. Just quit thinking.
So you're going back to the Eyeless Lover then?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
That's good for me.
It's early evening. It's very busy.
I'm sure it is.
Mr. McConaughey.
You see people plying their trades.
So, before Vehan, since everything's hit the fan now, she's gonna like duck into an alley before she gets there and transform. And,
Okay.
Okay.
You
Out
see
becomes
the woman you saw earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Sigil
didn't see
Wrath.
that.
No,
I
no,
saw
that's
it.
all.
Do you approach us in a way that we could know that you're
I
Well,
can-
with us, or
I tell you what I'm doing. I'm like, I'm gonna go into this alley. I want you to stand right here. And I will be back and I will look different.
She's mogging. She's mogging.
It is the term we decided on.
Captain Zam picked it.
Okay.
how?
Not to one side.
And then I emerge as Sigil Wrath.
Well, lead the way. I actually think that the noise is probably good. It's gonna cover up our own little conversation.
And she fixes herself and marches her way into the Eyeless Lover.
Alrighty. You walk in without any kind of, people kind of look at the rest of the group, but they see they're with you, so.
Is Valen here?
Don't see him.
I ask if he's
Oh.
in or out chasing his habits.
He's definitely out.
All right. If he returns, tell him I have guests, and they'll be staying in one of the rooms.
Okay, which room should we tell him to stay away from?
Mm.
Everyone to stay away from.
Just pick one.
The largest one.
Oh, that's in use. That's where the trampoline is.
Yeah. So unfortunately, probably it's very busy most of the time.
Why?
We've got a couple rooms available. For bouncing purposes.
This is a very
Extravagant.
Kink friendly?
yeah. Exactly. Lots of people in blindfolds. Hence the name.
Bumping into walls and shit.
That's where the stumps are.
Hey, that's your kink.
Yes, they find a couple rooms for you next to each other.
And I allow them into them. I
Alright,
ask for
alright.
changes of sheets.
Everything is clean.
All right, and I'm shepherding everybody into one room. It's cozy, but it's one room.
Alright.
All right, once everybody gets off their phones.
Hold on.
Present.
I've been off my phone.
All right, I think so long as we aren't yelling, we're probably undercover considering it's a decent amount of noise around us. So I'm just gonna have to say, huh?
That's your huh?
Uh-huh.
Not that?
Uh-uh.
You knew about that?
Well, yeah, what else do you think we were doing talking about in that room the other day?
What are you talking
Nah,
about?
I didn't think you were talking.
Octavius.
I am your mother.
Well, I appreciate the thought.
But this makes sense too. This is
This also makes sense.
What are y'all talking about?
Kai's ability to transform into being others.
No, that's cool. Why'd you just kill the dude?
So I haven't been completely honest with you all. My name's not Vehan. My name's Kai. Hello.
Hi, Kai. This I knew.
And I am not the person you've previously met, in any regards. Nice to meet you. I'm a very self-centered person, and I do what I want.
You just kill people in the streets?
I kill people who steal from me, and take my things, and kill me, or try to. Yes.
It was not my favorite thing that you've ever done, but still, huh?
Oh, that was cool.
I mean, definitely killed a guy in the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's different. There was a different thing where the person was subdued and she like.
True.
There
And
was a
he
difference between
attacking us.
self-defense and execution.
Yeah.
I agree, and I'm not on board with the execution option. Also, you completely undermined any other options we would have had. I thought you were a mercenary.
No. Vehan is.
Well, I thought one of your ulterior goals was to be a mercenary. That was a perfectly viable interrogative person. Interrogatable.
They knew who I was. They saw my face.
Well, that actually is an interesting point. You might want to tell the group the rest of the predicament that you are in. If you don't, I will.
What predicament?
The fact that if anybody finds out, you've got people out hunting you down.
Yeah, I don't like people know who I am. People here would take advantage of what I am and what I can do, and I don't want to live that kind of life. So I won't.
I don't like it, but I do see how you could have understood that to be self-preservation.
Also, he tried to kill me not 5 minutes earlier, so tit for tat. I just succeeded in what he couldn't do.
I'm gonna have to mull over that one. Is there anything else we should know?
How comfortable am I with like the room and like in regards to soundproofing?
There's adequate.
Lots of
It's
bumps
a
in the
well-made
night.
place. Very
Okay.
solid woods and a lot of noises, ambient noise that
Yeah.
is covering.
Quite muffled though.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite. Okay, good. So I guess I'll share a little bit.
You know, make us all comfortable.
Turn to notes pages.
So I didn't grow up around here. I'm actually very unfamiliar with this area. A day or two before meeting you all, I just happened to pop up in the area that you were in, and have trying to make my way around ever since. I grew up in a place called Ravnica. Ravnica.
It's actually
Ravnica.
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 Oh, are you that thing?
Yeah, that's
You are
that's
now
actually.
familiar with this, Drew.
Yeah.
And so that's where I grew up. I am a Smith. That was no lie. I'm actually a third generation Smith. My family owned a storefront, one of the best weapon forgers in the Ravnica. And the shop name is the Pointy Inn.
Such a good name.
So 3 generations of that. I grew up in the business, started when I was young, being around the shop, everything. By the age of 18, I was having my own clientele, making custom weapons for them. Just very, very well informed about the process and becoming a great smith, carrying down the traditions of my current family and family that's come before me. I learned combat because my hobby was, of course, practicing with what I built. Make sure it worked, plus it's fun.
Makes sense.
At the age of 21, I had a traumatic experience, as most D&Ders do.
True.
For the record, I just want y'all to know, like, I'm writing this down, so if at any point you want me to stop, I will stop. Like, out of character.
No, please write it down.
But in character, my character's writing, just like furiously writing as you're talking.
Yeah, if the book goes missing, I'll have issues.
So will I.
Good story seed there. I like that.
Yeah.
Great.
So at 21, I was home with my family. My family includes just me and my parents, and we had a knock on our door, and father didn't know who he was, so he said he was asking for me. Was pretty well dressed and everything, so didn't think anything suspicious. And so he came in and asked me to be part of a program, a guild as they call it, back where I'm come from, called the Simic Combine.
Ooh. Nasty stuff.
And I'd heard of the program before, and had turned down a few people that had stopped by the shop asking to join the program. The program, for those of you that don't know, they are trying to essentially create super soldiers.
How did it work?
And ultimately, I said no, but they weren't going to have it, so they ended up attacking me, knocking me out, and capturing me. Later to find out they killed my parents, who were trying to keep me from getting kidnapped. I got locked up, and for 2 years they slowly got me out of the cage to teach me even more fighting and get me into their program that was very early on in the creation of the program. So there were a lot of failures, meaning no one wanted to sign up for it, which is why they sent people out to kind of binge people into it, pull them into it for sure. And so I kind of just got under their wing, had to, I couldn't find any way out of it, and ended up, all of the testing that they did, I was the first one that they realized what actually works. I'm combined with a lot of aquatic creatures, parts.
Define a lot.
So you probably saw the tentacles. There's an obvious one.
I noticed.
My butt's a blowfish.
Additionally, I've got a spine
Invisible?
that's
Is he visible?
yeah. doing all right. I've got the spine, a eel essentially woven into my spine. The back of it, the sail, essentially. So there's a sail, small sail in my back.
Does that do anything that we need to know about?
Oh, that I can heal myself
What?
with that. Would give me a little boost.
You know, like darkness
You can't help but notice that all their jaws are a little bit dry. After having said maybe 3 sentences in 5 days, you're now hitting them with a lot of info.
And I also have some webbing kind of far up on my arm, which is why you probably have never seen it with all the cloak and everything.
Honey, I haven't even seen your hands until yesterday.
I can glide with it. The webbing, if you're curious, manta. Also helps me swim.
You can't help but think that he could satisfy a lot of specialty needs in your place of business.
The
So-
civil part of my mind's like,
I tried to make friends in the program. A lot of them died. I ended up coming through. They were stoked about it. I kind of, it turns out the combo that they gave me was one that worked. They went the whole aquatic creature route. And then after that, they moved me into a separate program. The reason why they wanted me is because I was a smith, and I was one of the better ones in town. And they also knew that I could fight, and so it was a good combo. And so they got me into this program where they wanted me to create the weapon that you saw me use earlier. It's called the Reeler.
It's pretty awesome.
I like the name.
Yeah. I name all my weapons. Well, aside from the 742 daggers, 40s at this point, daggers that I got. I don't
Hank,
have
Fred, Joe.
But my primary ones, I have a name for all of them. But that one in particular is special because I finally got close to the Simic Combined leader, Dalid Kalavov. And he felt that I was a very trusting, almost officer at this point, leading kind of the weapons division, and kind of gave me the lay of the land, more in the Simic Combine anyway, more than they'd give most people, and so I was introduced to the Portal network. And not long after that, I decided I wanted out. And so one night, I grabbed the weapon I had created, the magic weapon that I had forged, and grabbed myself this cloak that I had randomly just found that I knew would keep me hidden. And I didn't know where the portal would take me, but I knew that it would take me not here. It said something about Sigil, never been. I'm like, I know that's not here, so popped in and ended up coming here.
Been in trouble ever since.
Definitely, that's why I've been keeping low, not telling too many people about this. Anyone. I'm definitely going to be labeled a deserter, as they call it. I'm sure they are not too far behind me and trying to find me at least. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of
Bad
what
guys
I've
in
got
pursuit.
going
Got
on.
it.
That's the only thing you need right now.
Well, all right. Any other questions?
We all look at Maarath.
Just writing.
Not all of you were 100% sure what Octavius sounded like before.
And the eyes, I take that's just.
Oh yeah, that's part of the. They had to make some kind of like magical adjustments to get it all to work out, and so that's why, my eyes glow, and actually some of my veins throughout my body and also glow you're all looking for a picture, I have said a picture of what I look like.
Shoves it in the face of the only other person who's probably seen the picture.
Well, I was trying to do towards the camera.
Oh, interesting. So you don't have hands? You have tentacles?
I do.
Fingers are hands.
I do have
Tentacles.
hands.
His fingers are hands.
I have that the tentacles are essentially on my back, and they kind of wrap out and come out.
Or coil up.
Or
Because
coil
blacksmithing's
up.
really hard with tentacles.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
It's impressive.
They wanted me for my blacksmith powers, and they took them away when they took my hands.
Took them away. So no, I definitely have hands, and that's typically what I use in fighting. But occasionally, I kick it up a notch.
Interesting.
Kai will tell you about herself, which means Amber will post it in the group chat. Just as parents died very young. Been on the run ever since.
I'm half angel.
Yeah.
I got a son.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it before.
Yeah.
Since we're sharing.
Behind. Or, I guess Sybil pulls out a bottle from under the bed.
Is
Nah.
while we're just doing all this,
A
is
real long drink.
there anything anybody else wants to share that might come up in an important moment?
While we're here. Anyone else being pursued?
But yeah, that one's a good one. That's a great question.
Well, now that you mention it.
I've been 100% silent this entire time. Because, reasons. But I'm just kind of like sitting on the ground, arms wrapped around my knees, just listening to everybody. And then when you ask that, I kind of raise my hand like you do. I'm just like,
Turns to notes page.
I have someone after me as well.
Is it like a single someone, or is this like
Well,
a
she
whole...
has a crew. My old captain.
But I thought you were the captain.
bad guys in pursuit?
Well, some things happened when I was a kid and I ran away with my friend and, we snuck onto a pirate ship and joined their crew and, the captain was like a mom to me, and I really wanted to, impress her because I had never had that kind of, attention, I guess, before, and it was good. It felt really nice, and I did some very bad things just to make her happy. And my friend, she didn't like that, and she convinced me it wasn't the best course of action. I realized that it was wrong, and so I stopped. And Captain didn't like that, and so she neither did the rest of the crew, and they decided to get rid of us because we were the captain. They thought I was making the captain soft, and so they said, well, get rid of her. And so we fled with someone else who's also kind of like my dad, and joined a shipping, like some merchants, and were with them for a few years, and then the captain found us and killed almost everybody. had a moment when I could have ended it and taken her life and stopped everything, but I couldn't do it. I was too scared, I guess, and turned around and I ran away and ended up losing. Yeah, no, she's out there, and she said that she would find me and she would get me and bring me back. And I don't know if at this point she wants to kill me or she just wants me to back on her ship, but I just know that she doesn't like me. And I don't like her anymore.
Oh, honey.
Just say for the record, Martha's not writing and is crying.
Yeah. So puts my arm around you. Candy.
I'm crying.
She gives you
like
candy.
I had a necklace under. Oh, where there's original.
Very mama.
Yeah.
I had a necklace underneath my shirt, and I'm like, I'm holding
candy.
onto it, and I'm just like sobbing. I'm
Anyone else crying?
like,
No.
you can
No one else
hear
gets candies.
like mumbling, and you can hear some names. Specifically, they're just saying one name in particular over and over, and it's pretty Dundee, and it's just like.
Was this Dundee? Was that the captain or was that your friend?
The captain was Captain Nay.
Like N-A-Y?
An E.
Okay. Like nay.
I know how important it is to spell things.
Like I or nay.
But I can't kill people. I tried before in like to protect myself, to protect other people, and I can't do it, and I can't see it done, and I saw you guys kill those people, and I just froze and I panicked, and I'm just
Oh, was that my last?
I can't do it, and I please, I'm looking at you. I know that you aren't the same way. I know you care about different things than I do, but can
She just doesn't start hugging me. She's like, I may not be Vehan, but I still care deeply about you. And she pulled away and she's like, and I'm gonna protect you. And she lets all that meaning just settle down. And she gives you like a look. Sits back.
we do it without killing people?
It's not always possible.
When can we make it our absolute last resort, please?
Mama's so proud.
For you, I will try my best.
Alright, I'm up on my knees. Big hug.
Okay.
And I'm just like sobbing.
Are you
I can't do it.
currently Kai, or are you Miss Rath, or are you
Miss Rath.
Vehan?
She's missed her.
Okay.
So did I.
It was important
Just in
context.
case anybody walks in.
Well, that's a lot for one day. Do we still want that mask?
We better want that
Yes.
mask.
Do we just want to use our reputation to go and get that
No,
mask?
listen.
And then we can come back if we get paid for it. We'll give that guy all we got and it'll be
Okay.
fine.
So, here's what I was trying to say before you left. And
Scrub. Face and scrub.
Do you still have my soap?
wipe it on my shirt. Okay. We know two people that were working with Choate who had his share of the money. He was willing to pay us couple hundred? I don't remember how much. 200 gold. If he got his share.
But that doesn't
They
make any
have
sense.
a lot of money.
If he just wants 100 gold for the mask, you couldn't have paid him more than that.
Someone else paid them
To steal
to
it.
steal it, and they paid them well. So they have money, and they are thieves, and we can take the money from them, pay the pawn shop guy for the mask
So you see Vehan,
and bring it back.
wheels turning, and she goes, God, I'm such a fucking idiot. She's like, you're right. We don't care about the mask at all. And she's like,
What?
he's like, somebody paid them a lot of money to take the mask, but didn't care if they sold it off to just whoever. The problem isn't that the mask is away, it's somebody wanted it away from those people.
All of our not super great criminals are like, oh.
I'm not even a criminal anymore.
I don't think any of us consider ourselves criminals.
I mean, you all definitely are criminals.
Right.
Yeah.
Excuse me? I'm reformed.
And relapsing.
I haven't done
Accomplice.
a single.
Yeah.
What did I do illegal this entire campaign?
Aiding and abetting.
Huh?
Go ahead. I'm just throwing out some.
So,
Crimes.
if someone's willing to pay them probably more than 600 gold, if he's willing to give us 200 to just steal it. And you said the mask didn't do more than what we'd already been told, right?
Did I tell y'all what the
Yeah.
mask did?
You did
I
not.
didn't. I don't think I
Oh.
did.
No, they told us at the place.
No, they told you that it increased your performance.
Yeah.
That's right.
You just didn't say that it was.
I didn't
all
tell you the
specific.
magical properties.
There's no
didn't say-
confirmation.
yeah.
or anything.
They didn't say anything at all. They just touched the mask and then walked away.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
that
We didn't-
you had said, "Yep, this is
Didn't say
it."
Your flute playing makes you feel like that's.
I still have the flute.
You don't.
You are!
I'm a criminal.
So,
And I
I
put it
saw
down.
you do something with the mask.
Mm-hmm.
Can you confirm that it is what they say it is? Or
Yes, it's a very, very powerful performance-enhancing mask.
and nothing more?
Performance. Great. I should stay here.
I'm sorry, what?
And nothing more?
We fit in
What-
well in this establishment.
It doesn't do anything
What do you mean
other
more?
than enhancing
It doesn't do
performance. It's
anything
not
else.
like a poison mask. It's not like a key to something.
It's a significant performance enhancer.
I mean, I never knew that song before. I know a few shanties, but I've never heard that dude before. That was crazy. When we go back, can we get my flute?
I don't think it was the flute. I think it was the
I know,
mask.
but
Oh, usually.
yeah, I lost my flute a long time ago.
Oh my gosh.
Well, not that 2 3 weeks. Continue.
But yes. I think our
Well,
new
we've
goal.
got that mask on hold anyhow, so I suppose it can sit there for as
Oh
long
yeah,
as.
I paid them 20 gold so that they would not sell the mask.
Vehan looks a little. Okay.
So
If
I guess
that's-
technically we only owe 80 on it now.
If we.
This is my logic. This is Maarath's logic. We
There's
paid him.
no-
He wants 100.
20 is
I
not
gave
a-
him 20 to and
20
The
gold?
Denir
You
is
had
gonna
20
get a
gold?
boot up his ass for being a cheat. Anyway.
yes.
That's a lot of gold.
I know.
100's more.
Have you
Yeah.
ever
And you were the one who wanted to get that.
have you ever bought magic supplies?
Oh, right.
20 gold doesn't get you very far.
No, I realize that now
But I think
when I tried to buy the sword.
Captain Zam's onto something.
But yeah, we
We
were gonna
go
get way more. We
to
could
the
split
other
the extra
people.
100, or actually
Two
they
guys.
have a lot more, so we could split whatever they got for it.
We try to find out more about who their benefactor was.
And they were also in Pig Gut Alley.
Lord Almighty, I hope we just didn't kill him.
No.
No,
This
it was
one was a woman.
one was an elven woman named
Alright.
Neb,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
the
Groggyville
dwarf.
was a dwarf.
The
who
guys who
smelled-
jumped me were all smelly.
What is it?
men.
Way worse than Choate, and he was rank.
So
So find them.
Plus, there might be a reward for turning in Groggyville since he's a dirty cop.
well, will they believe us? Again,
And they kind of already
Vehan
do.
has
don't
no
they?
trust.
I mean, Whispering Spear was was the one who told us that he's a dirty cop.
Mhm.
So I guess they already know, right?
Yeah, they will definitely believe us.
Well, they
But they
said
won't do
they
anything.
suspected, yeah.
I suspected, so if we can prove it, then we get rewards for that too. And that's so much more money to getting a new ship. By the way, how would you like to join my crew? I think
You're always on the run.
you're
always on the
weirdly,
move.
Yeah, I
you're
mean, I
like
do-
specifically suited to be on the ocean. And I think you could do very well with us. Well, me,
I'll consider it.
but, you know, it will be us eventually. Yeah, it'd be nice. And if the offer's out for anybody here, I've grown rather attached to you. I mean, you're not like suited as this man right here. Fine specimen.
I
but
turn into a mer person.
that is amazing.
So you collapse onto the floor.
It's just cosmetic, but still, it's insulting.
I mean, I figured you wouldn't want to because you've got such an interesting and
I hate it.
complicated life here.
I hate it here.
Then yes, more than welcome. Anybody,
Okay.
all of you.
The campaign ends as the
Oh, we
five
go-
of us sail
wait.
off into the sunset.
We just become merchants.
That's why you never get a boat.
I will get a ship,
when you're tired of the campaign.
Bingo.
or we can
We
just
have a
move the
retirement
campaign
plan.
to like
Yeah,
an
retirement
ocean
plan.
world or
Great.
something.
Well, I'm tired.
Yeah, I'll bet you're exhausted, honey.
I have been stabbed multiple times.
This is
I'll just
true.
sleep that right off.
How injured are you still?
I have at 8 of 32.
That's pretty
I'm
bad.
gonna go in just 3 hit points.
Just gonna go to sleep. It's fine.
Just
Uh,
it'll be all better in the morning.
What time
3
is
hit
it?
points.
Is it sleep time?
It's evening,
Okay.
and kind of an early bedtime, but
So if we go to sleep now, we can get up early while it's still dark out and head over to pick it and just scope it out.
I don't think it'll be better at night.
I didn't think you'd say it would be better.
Yes, dear.
Well, a couple of things. First, I'm still a bit tired.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get a full night's rest or anything. But also, are we gonna stay here to sleep?
It's free.
You get used to the noise. It becomes like
Wait,
ocean waves.
Where are we? I wasn't paying attention on the way here.
We're in my.
The eyeless lover.
In the hive or on the boundary of the
Oh! Yeah, let's stay in here.
In this room.
In this room.
Don't think there's enough room for all of us.
I was gonna say this is 5 people.
She said it was a
you have the
big
room next door too.
Yeah.
I
I'll-
kind of
I'll
like
stay
having
in
my
this
own
room.
room.
Because you sleep naked.
You don't know that.
I yelled very loudly, put your clothes on. So,
Yeah.
2 and 2.
We know.
Make
Yeah.
I can make someone temporarily blind if that would help you.
I mean that's just
If it makes you more comfortable, I literally have seen so many naked bodies at this point that I don't care.
it's not the nakedness that's gonna it's I have a very specific routine.
Does it take up the whole room?
No, but it's just
I'm sorry.
Alright,
Maarath.
well, if you
we
don't
do not have the luxury of having your own room.
if you don't want anybody to see your routine,
it's not
you
even
can just
it's not
wait
even
until you're done and then go sleep.
I don't want to be rude, so I've been told it's I've had roommates in the past, and I've been told it's very distracting.
What is it?
Like it's hard to necessarily sleep. I don't worry about it.
I'm worried.
What do you do,
is it?
chant in your sleep?
Not in my sleep.
Well, that's fine. Who here's the heaviest sleeper? Perfect. You can sleep on the ocean. You can sleep next to Maarath.
I
It'll be
can
fine.
sleep anywhere.
Vehan jiggles her bottle and she's like,
I
can
take the
sleep.
bottle. I take the bottle. I said I would drink for you. I chug it.
Oh God. Now
Smart
Captain's
hooch.
gonna sleep just fine. You're gonna have to
I
accept
would
your
have
bunk
been
mate
fine.
here.
We got 5 people. 2 biggest people in the same
Finally,
room.
I'm getting you in my
You guys
room.
are fine.
Am I a biggest people?
You're taller
Yep.
than them.
Yep.
I guess.
Well, at this point, you got nothing left to hide, right?
Are you over 5 feet? Because then you're taller than her. How tall are you?
Average, I think. About my same height.
I always thought you were taller than him. And I know I'm taller than everyone else because I'm like 20 feet tall.
6'1".
Yeah. 2 biggest people in the same room. You can take the bed. I'll sleep on the floor. I don't mind.
Okay.
There's probably more than one bed. How many beds are in there? Is it like a heart
So
shape?
then,
That's no luxury suite. We're not privy to your
If you own this place, I figured they'd always keep a room for you. Like,
I don't
nice.
live here.
I know, but like
That
just
would
in
be
case you
obscene.
needed it.
Well, they do. We're in it right now.
Well, I thought it would be nicer, but
You know, I'm not here very often.
told them you'd rather use it for money.
So what's the game plan gonna be?
We're sleeping here
so
tonight.
I guess sleeping.
Okay.
And then tomorrow we're gonna go get those, try to scope out those 2 guys.
Neb and Grey Bill, who are in Pigger Alley.
We're gonna try and
Where are
figure
they
out
at?
more about.
Pigger Alley, and we can tell Groggy Bill by his smell. Is what Choke said.
How do you know they're in Big Good Alley?
Because
That's what he told us.
When he
He said
wanted
they
us
hang
to go.
around.
When he tried to hire us, he told us they were in Pickett Alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So. Yep.
And now that they've sold their mask,
But that's not.
He said they hung out in somewhere. I don't remember where.
Do
But
we
they
need
said
to
it was
pull
there.
up our video proof of you telling us where these people are?
they were in Pig Gut Alley. They transacted their business.
They'd already
Well,
transacted
we'll find
their
some
business.
way to figure it out.
That's
Well,
why
he
he was
told us-
hiring us.
He
'cause
told
he
us
didn't
that
get
they
his
had
share.
sold the mask and that they were in Pig Gut Alley. So, and that was after they had sold the mask because he told us who they sold it to.
Well, we know one of them's a cop. Let's go hang out with the harmonium so we can find him.
How far the harmonium at? And,
Very far away.
Everything's very far away in this town.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
several
crazy
lanes.
because it's one big circle, but
Alright, well, let's go to bed.
Night, guys.
Is there food here? Or do we have to go out for breakfast? I'm actually really hungry right now. I haven't eaten since breakfast. So.
I pull out some of my rations.
Or you don't have to. I've got rations. I just figured if there was a kitchen.
Cucumbers and bananas.
No.
Whipped cream and strawberries.
okay.
Alright, we're sleeping.
And resting, I guess, and then
I will do my evening devotions and my spell work practice, and I will
I'm gonna fall asleep through it.
start reading the poison book, and just like I'm doing like my evening ritual, which I don't know. It goes into kind of later into the night with like lights on and stuff. It's not actually very obtrusive at all.
You just had jerk
Does not
roommates.
sound that bad.
I mean, when your roommates are acolytes at a church, I mean, like.
Fair enough.
I lock the door.
Very self-conscious about it.
Zam's out, so
Yes. Zim
it all
is
goes unnoticed.
DED dead.
then sleepy time.
Sleepy deepy.
Alright. Anything before you wake up in the morning?
Nah, I figured.
Yeah, well, not before I wake up.
I
no.
probably wake up.
Do I want to?
I don't know. I think actually I
Anything
sleep
else?
like extra long because of how ragged, like what happened yesterday made me.
Of draining it all away.
Yeah, how draining is.
So when you wake up in the morning, you see me still doing meditations and devotionals and.
So, you don't sleep, you meditate.
Apparently.
I do sleep, just not with alcohol.
Alright, I see you
Usually.
still doing your thing, and I wake up and I'm like,
I just wake up before you and went to bed after you.
All right. So what's the plan going to be when we rejoin next time?
To find one or two of those remaining thieves and learn more about the person who hired them.
I'm the dirty cop and extort him, clearly.
so stealing if it's from a thief.
That's what I said. And
He
you-
wasn't a thief. He wasn't a thief. He legitimately bought it.
When you legitimately buy stolen goods, it doesn't mean the police can't come and take
That's
them.
not
from
what
you.
I said. He wasn't a thief. And he said himself, he didn't ask where it came from, he just bought it.
You know who doesn't care? The law.
I'm not the law! I'm not the law! I said this last session! We're not police!
I'm a mercenary.
That's
Who
not
murders
police!
people?
God.
What was our plan?
Mercenaries are not police!
I'm doing this.
That's
for you.
militia.
People.
I'm doing
You
this
guys.
for
And I
you.
appreciate
That's
it.
about all we got.
We're best friends now.
So what are you gonna do once you?
We're gonna go find Neb and Groggy Bill.
And then what?
We are going
And
to
we're going
make
to-
them tell us more about the guy who hired them.
And take their money.
I guess we're also doing that.
Because they acquired it.
Yeah, if
I
they got
have
any.
a feeling that what's going to happen is like we're going to only do or not do whatever you decide is morally acceptable.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I'm already was about to say like Maarath's gonna have like philosophical.
Well, we should at
Problems.
least. What in the world happened to my pen?
It's
We
just
should at
saying it's
least
in
take. We should at least take Choke's portion if we're not gonna take everything. That's what I'm saying.
All right. So we'll rejoin next time where we go about looking for a couple no good nicks.
Yeah.
I'll be less controlling next time. I promise.
We learned a lot about Octavius today.
Yeah.
A little bit about Zam.
A little bit about me.
A little bit about all of us, really.
Not much.
Nothing new about me.
Yeah.
You got a son?
I got a son.
Yeah, but we already knew that.
Yep.
Exactly. So I said you didn't learn anything about me.
I use sweetener in my lemonade.
I love
Appalling
Jesus, but I drink a little.
Scandal.
Very good. Anything else before we say goodnight?
Have sweet dreams.
See y'all in a month.
Great.
That's
Goodbye.
I
Bye.
hope it's
Jana.
nice. Good night. Love you.